Okay, so let's make some cool background gradients. So much like adding a background color, we can select on the block here and get the block content label to appear. And we can head over here and click background. And instead of adding a background color, we're going to go to the bottom here and play with some background gradients. So the first thing we want to do is get this little crosshair here, and we're going to click over on the left, and that will give us our first color. And so what we can do is just select here down the bottom, and we'll bring up the color picker. And the first thing we want to do is drag the opacity all the way to the top, and then we're going to go and find a nice color. So we'll get a nice mid blue there and press OK. Now we need a second color to make the gradient. So we can just click anywhere we like, and we might want to drag that all the way to the edge and click in that color swatch there. And now we can start to do a second color blue. And you'll see over there on the right the color changing, and we can drag that around and make that a blue to a red, something like that. So we'll do that for this video just so we can see the contrast difference. So we'll say OK to that. Now we have a few options. What we've got is a standard linear gradient from left to right, and we can change the direction. So if we click bottom, it's now going to change it so that the red's on top and the blue's on the bottom. We can click radial, which means it goes out from the center. You'll see here the blue starting here at the bottom and it going out from there. And if we click center there, it'll become, the blue will become in the center here. So we're going to leave that at bottom and linear, and we'll see that there, very noticeable. Now what we can do is we can have some fun with this link. So we might want to make this a gradient too. So we can select that, and instead of adding background color, we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go and select red and go all the way up. And maybe we'll play with some blues here. And for buttons, it's generally nice to make the gradient a bit more subtle. So we can grab that blue and maybe just come a little bit darker. And we can say top instead and flip that and say linear. And you'll see there how the gradient on the button is very subtle, and that's nice, just gives it a little bit of a sheen. And if we want, we could remove those borders. So we could say 0 to that. We'll just select that again. Select the link, press 0, and now we're just working with the button with our gradient. So nice and clean. And that's how we can have some fun with gradients.